we're going to do a gentle prenatal yoga flow. And we're going to begin laying down on our backs to start. So make your way down, nice and comfy. Just give your knees a big hug into your chest. And then release them out long, out in front. And just allow the palms to open up towards the sky. And closing down the eyes if that feels safe and comfortable for you. And just beginning to reconnect with your breath. Starting to bring the awareness inward. Breathing in and out through the nose. Not forcing anything, just breathing as you would naturally to begin. And starting to make your next inhale in for the count of 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Again in your own time, in for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3. Exhale for 3. And hold for 3. Next round going to 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going like that. Or each round you go through, start to make that number a little higher, just going up to 5, then 6, and then maybe 7, all the way up to 8, if that feels okay. Counting and breathing in your own time now. In your last round this time, whatever number you're on. And then just breathing naturally once you've completed that round. Just feeling the belly and the lungs all the way up to the chest. And then letting it go, sighing out the mouth. Inhale, feel the belly and the lungs all the way up to the top of the chest. And then sigh it all out. And then when you're ready, you can keep your eyes closed or you can have a soft gaze. Just bring your legs into your chest and find a little ball shape. Just find a little rock from side to side across the lower back. Maybe giving the back of the head a little massage across the floor, shaking your head no. Then finding center, hold on to the knees and just allow them to open out away and then close them back in. Making some nice big knee circles, just opening through the hips, just letting some movement in to the legs. And then taking it in the opposite direction. Two more. And bring legs back together once more. Take them up towards the sky. Nice long legs, and flex the feet. And then point. Flex and point. Lower the left leg down. You can bend it or keep it straight. And then take hold of the right leg, either holding onto the thigh, the calf, or towards your ankle. Draw your toes down towards your face. So a nice stretch through the back of the thigh, through the hamstring of that right leg. Just finding some stillness here. Breathing into that space. Bringing your left leg in to bend. Taking your right ankle across and finding your figure four. Gently pressing your right knee away from you. If you want to make this one a little deeper, you can reach through your left leg, coming into a bind. Then gently hugging your left leg into your chest. Again, if closing down the eyes here feels nice, I encourage you to do so. And you can find stillness or a gentle rock from side to side here if that feels alright. Making any modifications that feel best for your body at this time. Releasing your bind. Take your right leg back up to the sky. And then placing it down. Either extending long or keep it bent. Left leg to sky for your hamstring stretch. Holding up on the leg. Draw your toes towards your face. And breathing into that space behind the back of your leg. Can you soften any more into this pose? Noticing difference in tightness on each side. Maybe one side might feel tighter than the other. Last full cycle of breath here. Sliding your right heel in, coming to your figure four, left ankle to right thigh. Gently pressing your left knee away. And if you found that bind on the other side, going there now. Reaching through, gently hugging in. And there's that option for stillness or a gentle rock again here. Whatever your body feels it needs right now. And releasing. Just take both feet back to the floor and take the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to fall apart. A bound angle or butterfly pose. And then just place your right hand on the belly, your left hand on your heart. You're going to take a moment to set an intention or a sankalpa for this practice. So this could be something that you want to create more abundance of in your life. Maybe a goal. Maybe something you are striving to achieve more or less of. Maybe it's just a nice, simple little line like bringing in more peace, more calm, surrendering to the ebbs and flows of life. Just take a little moment now to think about what you want your intention to be for this practice. Once you've brought that awareness to your intention, just let it go. But just keep that intention at the back of your mind for the remainder of this practice. And if at any time during the practice you feel like your mind is getting distracted or carried elsewhere, try to bring back that intention to reground yourself, bring yourself back into the present. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need. Otherwise, if you're ready to flow, gently draw the knees back in. Give them one more big hug. And then you can either sit up off to the side, so roll onto the side, or a gentle rock and roll up and down the length of the spine, all the way up to your sit. Sitting up nice and tall. And just finding some neck rolls, just allowing the neck to roll around, nice big circles. Just releasing any tension through the shoulders and the jaw, letting everything melt down. Nice big circles. Taking them in the opposite direction now. Last one. And bring your head back to neutral. Just give your shoulders a big roll. And then just start to find some circles through the hips now. So sitting up tall, just circling forward, around to the side and back. Just gently pressing into the knees. You can absolutely do this in lotus pose too if you wanted, with one foot on top of the opposite calf. Otherwise, just sitting however you feel comfortable. And taking those circles in the opposite direction. Last one. And release. Nice work. Take your legs out nice and wide here. And then sit up nice and tall. And just take your arms up towards the sky. Reach for the stars. And then hands come through as you start to fold over. So draw your toes up here. Flex your foot. Lengthen through the spine as you inhale. And then on your next exhale, maybe your hands can walk out a little further towards the top of your mat. You can start to release the head. Maybe your forehead rests down on the floor. You can soften your arms down to rest too, to make it a little more restorative. And slowly walking hands back up. Bring your legs back to your bound angle pose. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. And then just interlace the fingers around the bottom arch of your feet. Sit up a little taller. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, folding down. Gently start to press elbows into your legs. Starting to press them a little further towards the floor. Each exhale coming a little deeper. And just softening down the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw. And just breathing naturally. Releasing any tension from the shoulders. Release your mind around the hand, the feet. And then just take one leg behind you at a time as you come up to all fours. So 4-point kneeling, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Just start to find some nice big circles through the hips once more. Just going in one direction. And then taking it in reverse. back through neutral for a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, chest rises, gaze follows. Exhale, press through the palms, arch the back, gaze to knees. Inhale, cow, belly drops, lift. Exhale, cat. Press the floor away, arch the spine. 2 more in your own time. And coming back through neutral. Just roll the shoulders back once more. And then start to tuck the toes under, press the hips back, find your first downward facing dog. Just start to pedal out the legs 1 leg at a time, bend and extend. Gaze towards the toes, pressing the mat away. And then coming back through center. Coming right up onto the tiptoes. Then gaze to your fingertips as you slowly walk to the top of your mat, bending the knees if needed. Finding your fold, holding onto the elbows. Find a little rock from side to side. And releasing everything. Head is heavy. Release your hands to the floor and then slowly roll up. Each vertebrae one at a time. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, hands through center. Close down the eyes. Bring your hands to chest. Reconnecting with your breath once again. And just noticing if your mind has already started to wander. Can you bring back that intention you set at the beginning? Inhale, arms arise, gaze follows. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, chin to chest, then roll down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Hands to shins or onto the fingertips. And exhale, fold. Hands flatten down, press through the hands as you step back. And then lower back to your 4-point kneel. Just bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale your right arm to sky. Exhale, thread the needle but don't land. Inhale, lift and rise. Exhale, thread, this time coming all the way down. Maybe planting that shoulder onto the floor. Left hand can stay underneath the shoulder. You can take it out overhead, or you can find a half bind. You can close down the eyes if that feels nice. And slowing down. And releasing that left hand, pressing back through the left hand as your right arm sweeps. Inhale. Exhale, release. Left hand sweeps the sky. Inhale. And exhale, threading through but don't land. Inhale, lift. Exhale, coming down this time. Planting the shoulder down. Right arm bent, maybe take it out in front or find that bind if you did it on the other side. And release, right hand presses through, left hand sweeps, inhale. And exhale, release. Toes tuck back under once again, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward plank. Exhale, tuck the knees back as you press back through downward dog. Inhale, plank, ripple forward. Exhale, knees bend, press it back. 2 more. Inhale, forwards plank. Exhale, press it back. Last one. Coming back through your plank. And then bring your right knee in. And then find a swivel. So turn to the side. Right hand on the shoulder. Left arm sweeps up and overhead. And then sweep it back. Inhale forward, reach, gaze might follow fingertips. Exhale back. This time sweep up, lift that left leg up to float. Lengthen through the body. Exhale, knee taps elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, coming in, exhale. Inhale, open up. Plant that left foot back down, swivel up. Find a low lunge facing at the back. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, hands frame the foot. So readjust yourself if you need. You're going to stay here for a few breaths. You can start to come more into a lizard lunge, walking that left foot out to the side of your mat. You can come onto the outer arch of the foot. You can gently press your left knee away. And you can come down onto your forearms if you wanted to make it a little deeper. So plenty of modifications here. You want to feel that hip opening. And softening in, surrendering to the pose. And your next exhale, pressing back, finding your half split, half Hanuman. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, bring it forward, low lunge. Exhale, press it back. Find that half split and hold for a few breaths. Hips back towards your knee. Left leg extended long with the toes up to the sky. Just release the head. Any tension in the jaw, let it go. And bring it back to your lunge. From here, bring that right leg back in. Left leg stays bent. Arms come out, so think kneeling warrior 2. Inhale, flip the left palm, sweep it back, reverse your warrior. And exhale, kneeling side angle variation. Gaze to sky. Inhale, warrior 2, arms. One more time, flip the palm, reverse your kneeling warrior. And exhale, side angle. Maybe take your fingers to the floor, your other hand to sky. Windmill it back to the back front of your mat. Swivel back around. Press back to your downward facing dog. I'm going to settle in for 3 breaths here. Ripple forward to your plank. Bring your left knee into your chest, plant it down. Swivel to the side, left hand under, left shoulder, right arm comes up and over. Inhale, exhale, sweep it back. Gaze follows hand. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more, keep it forward. Inhale, bring it up. Plant that left hand down, start to float your right foot. Exhale, knee and elbow tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. One more. Tapping in. Lengthening out. Release. Coming up, swiveling around to the back. Low lunge. Bring it forward. Finding a few breaths here. Maybe finding that lizard variation if you did on the other side. Perhaps pressing that knee out and coming onto the outer blade of that foot. Maybe finding your forearms if you did on the other side. Just finding a nice deep hip opener here. Your next exhale, press it back, half splits. Straighten that right leg. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, forward. Last one, press it back. Holding here now for a few counts. Extending that right leg, drawing toes back. Try and bring your hips back over your left heel. And try and square your pelvis here. 2 more full breaths. Ripple back forward through your lunge. And then taking that left leg back, finding your kneeling warrior. Gaze over right fingertips. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle, right arm down, left arm up and over. Holding here for a few breaths. Bringing back that intention, reconnecting with your breath, your body. Inhale, warrior, 2 arms. Exhale, settle. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior once more. And exhale, side angle, maybe coming a little deeper this time. Coming back through warrior, 2 arms. Take your gaze back to the front of the mat, swivel around, pressing back through your plank to your downward facing dog. Ripple forward plank, and then lower down the knees. Just coming to find a wide-legged child's pose here. Our knees are wide, walk the hands out long. Maybe resting the forehead down to the floor. Walking the hands back in. Take the knees back together and come up onto your knees. Tuck the toes under from here. And then arms are going to sweep up. Take your right hand back. Keep your left hand lifting. Maybe find your right heel with that right hand. Just finding a back bend. If that's too much, you can come up. Or if you have access to a block or a chair, you could place that behind you to make this expression a little less. Come back up, right hand back up. Exhale, release the left hand. Finding that camel with the arm lifted. Right hand to sky, left hand down. Coming back up. And come to sit back down on your heels. Just find that cat pose, that rounding through the back. And then that cow, belly drops, open the chest. I'm going to come into full camel from here. So again, if you have blocks, feel free to place them behind you or to the side. Otherwise, we're going to come up, maybe finding the heels. Nice arch, back bend here. And then you can allow the head to drop back behind you if that feels okay. Otherwise, you can keep your chin tucked to your chest. Holding for a few more breaths if you can. And coming out slowly and safely. Find that child's pose once again, just to counter that pose. Allowing a nice curve of the spine this time. And then walking your hands back in. Bring your knees back together. Finding your downward dog once again. And right leg, inhale, sweeps to sky. And exhale, knee to chest. Take your right knee towards your right elbow. And then lower the leg down, finding your pigeon pose. Left heel, left leg is long behind you. Your right heel is towards your left hip. Lengthen to sit up. And then exhale, come down. Find the range that feels good. So maybe find your forearms, perhaps coming all the way down, releasing your forehead. And if that's too much, coming back up onto the hands or forearms. So feel free to take any variations here if you need. Make sure you're comfortable. I'm going to feel a nice release through your glute here on that right leg. I'm going to hold this pose for a few more rounds of breath. And if it can, you can come a little deeper as you settle in. And closing down the eyes, reconnecting with your breath, your body, your intention for this practice. And slowing down and breathing into that part of your body that's feeling all the sensations right now. Three more cycles of breath. And slowly walking hands back in onto shoulders, rising up. Come to sit back onto that right glute and swivel yourself around so both sit bones come to the floor. Keep your right leg bent, your left leg long. Inhale, your arms rise. And then turn to face your extended left leg, folding over the leg. Hands to floor, foot. Maybe allowing your head to fold down to the floor. Nice stretch through the side of the body and your left hamstring. Releasing and slowly make your way up, back to sit, facing the front. Right hand comes behind you, left hand sweeps up and behind, little back bend. Take your gaze to your left hand. And exhale, release, come back down, find a mermaid stretch, right arm up and over, and folding over the side. I'm going to do that once more. Left hand comes up, right hand down, press through, hips forward, back bend. And exhale, finding that mermaid once again. Right hand up and over, reaching for that left foot. And release.
Both hands come back to the top of your mat. Bring yourself back through your downward dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. Inhale. And exhale, knee to chest. Left knee to left elbow now, pigeon pose. Lower your leg down. Left foot towards right hip. Lengthen, inhale. And then exhale, folding down, perhaps to your forearms. Maybe coming down onto the forehead. Surrendering in. Melting down into the mat. Making any adjustments necessary, maybe coming deeper. Just ensuring there's no tingling or numbness. Just finding that range that feels good for you today. And just finding another 3 breaths wherever you are. And slowly walking the hands back in under your shoulders. Bring yourself up to sit on your left glute and then find that centered point. Right leg stays lifted and extended. Inhale, arms sweep to sky. Turn to face your right leg, folding over. Exhale. Just finding that expression that feels best. Folding down, releasing the head. Hands can rest on the floor, maybe around the foot. And releasing, coming back up. Left hand behind you, right hand sweeps to sky. Hips lift up and forward, back bend. Exhale, release, mermaid. Left arm comes up and overhead. Inhale, coming back up once more. Finding that back bend. And that mermaid stretch once again. Both hands come back. Find your downward dog. And ripple forward. Knees lower. Make your way down onto your bottom. And then lowering down onto your back. Just taking the legs out nice and long. Palms facing up. Arms are just slightly open out to the side, away from your hips. And then softening, closing the eyes. I'm going to move into a quick little body scan before finishing our practice. So just bringing your awareness all the way to the top of your head, the very tip. Can you release any tension at the tip of your head? Awareness comes to your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, your temples, your cheeks, your jaw, releasing any tension in your jaw, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your chin, the entire front of your face. Now the awareness to the back of your head, just feeling the contact with the earth as your head rests down peacefully. Can you soften your whole head a little more? Your throat, your right shoulder, your right arm, upper arm, lower arm, wrist, hand, each little finger, thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. The back of your hand and arm in contact with the earth. Can you soften your whole arm a little more? Your left shoulder, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, the entire back of the hand and arm. Can you soften any more? The chest, the ribs, your belly button, your upper back, shoulder blades, middle back, lower back. Notice the natural arch in your lower and mid back. Can you soften the back side of your back a little more? Can you release your belly a little more? Your sit bones, each bottom, the front of your pelvis, your right hip, right thigh, right knee, right lower leg, right ankle, foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. Release your entire right leg. Notice the connection to the mat, the earth beneath you. Can you soften that leg a little more? Your left hip, left thigh, left knee, left shin, ankle, left foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. Can you release the entire left leg, allowing it to melt into the mat beneath you? The entire back side of the body, from head to toe. Can you release a little more? The entire front side of the body, softening down.
Just letting your mind drift off now into your final resting pose in Shavasana. Just allowing the body to drift off into peace. And you're welcome to stay here for as long as you need. Otherwise, I will be closing the practice here in Shavasana. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.